Three-letter words. Rhyming words. The word family of
Ut. But.
But, as a conjunction meaning, however, or, except. For example, he ran fast, but he didn't win. I wanted to go, but I was too tired. She called him, but he didn't answer. But, as a preposition meaning, except, or, other than. For example, he likes all sports but fishing. I eat everything but spicy food. She can do everything but read well. But, as an adverb meaning, only, or, merely. For example, he is but a child. You have but one chance. They but whispered their secrets.
Cut.
Cut, as a verb meaning, to divide or sever something. For example, I cut the cake into slices. Mom cuts vegetables for dinner. Blacksmith cutting metal with a grinder. Cut, as a verb meaning, to reduce or remove a part. For example, she cuts her hair short when summer. They cut expenses by cooking at home. You should cut down on sugary snacks. Cut, as a verb meaning, to make an opening or incision. For example, she cuts a slit in the fabric to sew. You should cut the paper with scissors. Cut, as a noun referring to a wound or injury. For example, I cut my finger during work. She got a cut on her knee while playing. You should clean the cut before applying anything. Cut, as a noun referring to a reduction or share. For example, you'll get a fair cut. She received a cut of the inheritance. I took a cut of the profits from the sale.
Gut.
Gut, the digestive tract or belly. For example, the illness affected her gut health. The gut microbiome plays a crucial role in digestion. Gut, a person's stomach when it is extremely large. For example, he used to have a beer gut. He got rid of his beer gut by exercise. Gut, based on intuition or intuitive instinct. For example, my gut instinct was spot on. You've got to go with your gut instinct. Gut, daring or courage. For example, do you have the guts to try? It takes a lot of guts to admit to so many people. Gut, completely empty a space. For example, I gutted the house for renovation. A fire gutted the bookshop yesterday.
Hut.
Hut, a small, simple, often temporary dwelling. For example, the hut provided shelter. The beach hut offered a place to relax.
Jut.
Jut is a point that sticks out prominently. For example, you can see the rocks jut from here. He stood on the jutting edge of the cliff. They stood on the jut overlooking the valley.
Nut.
Nut, a hard-shelled fruit with an edible kernel inside. For example, we love nuts, all types of nuts. She enjoys a nut-based snack. I love nuts as snacks, especially chestnuts. Nut, small metal block with a threaded hole for a bolt. For example, I tightened the nut on the bolt. You need to secure the nut properly. They replaced the old nut with a new one. Nut, informal term for a person who is crazy or eccentric. For example, I think he's a bit of a nut. You can be such a nut sometimes. They thought he was a harmless nut.
Rut.
Rut, a long, deep track in the ground made by the vehicles. For example, I drove into a muddy rut. He avoided the rut on the road. You must steer clear of that rut. Rut, mating season for male animals, like deer and sheep. For example, he noticed the rut season had begun. You can hear the stags bellowing in rut. I observed the deer in rut from a distance.
Tut.
Tut, an exclamation of disapproval or annoyance. For example, I tutted at the mess. He tutted in disapproval. She tutted when it broke. The word family of
Ut, but, cut, gut, hut, jut, nut, rut, tut.